Sorry, guys. Can you see me now? Because like I was busy. Did everybody get to see me kill Franklin? I've been casting for a really long time, not realizing that the error that I saw was OBS crashing. I've been gone for a very long time. Sorry. How are you doing, Big Roblox Tits? Hello, Johnny Big Time. Hello, Jessica. Yep, MC. I'm so sorry. Thank you for talking about how I was dead. Because the funny thing is, like, my character died around the time that people started talking about, like, oh, hey, is he, is he gone? All right. So, I was talking. So one of the questions that I had for you guys is, so one, there's a bit of trivia. Does anybody know what famous British game GTA was inspired by? It's actually a science fiction game. Oh, actually, also, okay, so I don't know if you guys heard this, but I'm keeping on the country radio station until I get confirmation that somebody's donated to Sin's channel or somebody's donated to this channel, where I will send it off to, where I'll send it off to Sin, obviously. Like a glove. Let's get a new haircut. It's fun if it's a guessing game. Thank you for your service. So the original GTA was inspired by... Oh, do you want to fight me? You want to fight me? Hey. You know what? Honestly, you could probably use the cardio, my friend. Come on, sing along with me. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. Actually, I've got a great idea here. I did just fat shame that poor man.
Bullshit, fucking shit, niggers, kites.
No, that's not the one I want.
What's your name, scumbag? Sir, Private Brown, sir! Bullshit, you don't even need food. You need fuel. Well, there's one thing that you won't find, Private Snowball. They don't serve fried chicken and watermelon on a daily basis.
It's time to go past the limit. It's not even a limit. It's the energy bar. It's all about you. How big is your ego chaser? The classic tracks from Jamaica.
The hottest reggae dance
My sister.
Blue Arc FM.
How tall are you, Private? Sir, 5'9", sir! 5'9"? I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh? Sir, no, sir! Bullshit, it looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up with the brown stain on the mattress. Do you suck dicks? Sir, no, sir! Are you a Peter Pepper? Sir, no, sir! I'll bet you're the kind
Oh, you almost got it. Almost got it.
in the ass and not even goddamn comic nerd. You ain't worth a piece of stone. You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece. You suck dicks? Sir, no, sir! Bullshit, I'll bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
I want candy. I want candy.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nobody gives a shit!
Why can't these people just do Full Metal Jacket lines without adding their own stuff? All right, you know what? We're going to go back to the country music.
Man, I'm sorry, fool. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Run home terrified. Well, they could have donated to Sin, and I just haven't noticed. If somebody has donated, by the way, I apologize. Just let me know, and I'll change it. And yes, for anybody who was offended by the fat joke, I'm sorry. The cardio thing was amazing. It was an opportunity, and I took it.
Looks good.
Yeah, I like it.
Now I'm telling you, if you don't sleep in that hairnet, you're gonna wake up with your brains in your pillow. Dig?
All right, I hear you.
Haircuts. Guten Tag.
Ready for
I am here for mein haircut.
Do you know how you want it done?
All right, I can go for. Oop. Fade, triple rails, wavy side rows, snakes, tram lines, star cuts, shutters, berms, mellowplex, the feud. The hell is the feud? Oh, hey. What is that? No idea. I mean, I'd love to make it a donation thing to pick a hairstyle, but I think, what do I want to go with? Sure.
This is going to look so good.
Cornrows and a giant beard? What Johnny wants, Johnny gets. Oh, okay, here's a donation goal. A couple of people have already seen this. Here's what I'm going to do. If somebody hits $35 in total donations, I will reveal a special facial hair photo that I did for 1 Movember. Which spot is easier to donate? Beta Zion, it is better for Sin if you donate directly to her. If you donate here, I will make sure that it goes to her, but I'm going to be covering the PayPal charges. So if you guys donate a lot here, I am out of pocket by quite a bit. Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, there are a couple of people. No, for the whole thing. And the idea, the first person to hit that target will get the photo, and it's up to them to decide what they do with it. They can release it to the public, or they can keep it for themselves.
Thanks for stopping by.
Are you happy, Johnny? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that would make Beta Zion the one to decide. Is Beta Zion the first one to donate to Sin? Does anybody want to claim that they donated ahead of time? Because otherwise, he's going to pick the radio station. Where do we want to go? I guess we can go to. I'll start off by going to Franklin's, but you're going to donate more on Friday. Yeah, well, by the end. The end will be coming next, not this coming Friday, but the Friday after. You donated, but you don't know if you're first. You're okay with them choosing. Okay. Beta Zion, your choices. Blonded Los Santos. Los Santos Rock Radio, Nonstop Pop, Radio Los Santos, Channel X, WCTO, West Coast Talk Radio, Rebel Radio Country, Soul Wax FM, West Coast Classics. Oh, sorry, East Los Santos. You know, you could also say just a genre. There's Blue Arc, Worldwide FM, Fly Low FM, Lowdown 91.1, The Lab, Radio Mirror Park, Space 103.2, Vinewood Boulevard Radio, and we're back to Blonded Los Santos.
Back to them slowly over time. Well, now you don't have to. If they were
Really tempted to say just keep it a country. Maybe I should just make this like a regular donation thing, that if somebody donates, then we change the radio so people can get mad at each other. I just don't like the idea of like invalidating a donation though.
That guy took my wallet! You gotta watch out, fool!
I'm like Batman. I didn't skip leg day, sir.
My stuff back?
Okay, hang on.
Don't balance out my karma, but there you go. Oh my god, man. You're awesome.
I am awesome. Just keep it a country? The people have spoken. Where's that hoodlum? Oh, I was gonna shoot him. Say goodbye to the pounding techno, folks. Beta Zion has asked for country. Dog, you seen this monkey dude doing his street art shit around the city? Dude is real, man. There's some authentic ass lines.
This your boy LD, Long Dick, holla at me.
Holla, long dick. Where are you? Why are you texting me and not answering your phone? Is it possibly because your hands are occupied with your dick? That would make sense, sir. As the owner of a long dick, I understand that this is a problem for certain gentlemen. However, I also tend to just cradle the phone in my my ear, you know, against my head in order to facilitate conversation. I sometimes even do it while holding my dick. Sometimes I dial with my dick. For those of you who don't own a long dick, now you know what it's like. Every day is a struggle. You're never calling me again? At least you're never calling me long dick again. Should I do an AMA? That would be a delight, actually. Hi,
What? What?
You don't like me because you think that I am an Arab.
What? No. What are you talking about?
Excuse
Something
me.
like that. Wait.
That
Oh, wait,
boy.
I-
I am his mentor. I am so proud of you.
What do you mean, a mentor?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, so what you got for me?
James De Santa. Some kid. He is already late on his payments, and I have this bad feeling that he will do more damage to the car than we can get back from him in the exorbitant interest rate payments. Huh? Just go and get it. The house is on Hampstead off Eclipse. It's an SUV. Some rock for.
No, I cradle the phone. The dick is fine.
Don't worry about it. Try to bring the car back in good condition, huh?
I got you. Don't worry about it.
It's so good to see you, my boy.
Underwear is a little hard to get, but
Law school, huh?
well, it's not the only thing that's hard. But I was gonna say as the owner of a long dick, I'd be willing to do an AMA, but it would also be a bit of a challenge since it's, what did you do to get so many donations? It's like, well, I decided to do an AMA about my genitals, and this is where that money came from, and I am now going to describe to you in detail what I said. at the $75 donation level, I will say exactly those words to the Eyes of Sin. Oh, I know it's a big difference, Joshy man. It is exactly X inches, or perhaps I should use metric. Okay, it took a little bit, but it's done. You made a PayPal account.
Hey, did you change your mind?
When I discover that you betray me, perhaps. I hear you took the bike for yourself, my employee of the month.
Listen, man, me and Lamar was gonna get that back to you, dog.
Oh, I am
Hey,
sure
Isaacson, how are you
will
doing?
get
We were
this
just
car
talking
over
about
to
you,
Daddy's boy,
and
then
something
we'll
else.
talk. Insurance papers say they have a locked garage, so you'll need to gain access from inside the house.
Man, it's never
Also, you're not obligated to be here.
easy with you, is it, Simi?
Yeah, no
Do
worries.
not talk to me about easy, you thief.
Oh no, 9mm, Joshy man. It's like a gun. A pistol, really. Out of curiosity, are there any subject matter experts in the house? I'm assuming I just have to jump over the fence then? Really? I've been severely misinformed, Joshy man. Everybody told me that 9 was enough. Oh, sorry, 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. It basically goes from A to Z on the keyboard. So, Beta Zion, I should just clarify. So, were you the PayPal payment you were referring to? Was that just for the? Oh, I didn't know I had to take out the gardener. Was that just for the? Press R to knock them out. So was that for the radio station, or was that for the photo? I wonder if I can make him do snow angels. What shape should I try to make? Oh, there we go. He's got an attack of the vapors. Did you do something wrong? No. I just wanted to make sure, Beta Zion. So I just needed to make sure if you donated... Did I say 30 or 35? Yeah, there's a photo that I've added to the bounty of me with absolutely ridiculous facial hair. There's a couple people who've already seen it, so it's not like super secret, but basically the first person to donate 35 or more will be given that photo, and they can decide if they want to make it public or not. I don't get to see... Yeah, Sin's seen it. The people who've seen it are The Eyes of Sin, Jesse Quill, and Johnny Big Time. Really? Should I raise the price, Jess? I can raise the price as long as nobody's contributed that much. All right. Is everybody happy with this form? It's cheap since nobody... Okay, should I make it like 50? Paint me like one of your French gardeners. All right. New price is 50. Unless there's a confirmed $35 donation, obviously, in the time we were discussing this. But last I checked, Joshy Man said he was tempted to do it right now. Yeah, I'm not worth that much, Jesse. Like, when people finally meet me in person, it's going to be a crashing disappointment for them.
Massive gaper, bitch.
Fucking homo, you're dead. Dad! He said I had
A massive what?
called me a bitch!
Tried to knife attack me? No one.
Oh my god, seriously? My brother is such a homo.
Can't say homo, lady.
Thank you, coach.
Wait, I need to get the garage. I'm not just wandering around.
You're a real pro, Mrs. DeSanta. A real pro. Well, you're a great student. Now just loosen up those hips.
Oh god, get a room, you two.
Yeah, loosen them up. There you go. And follow through. Perfect.
Oh, have you, Jess? I'm so sorry. Let me, I'm gonna have to rely on, just one second. Yeah, and Johnny, I just saw your private message on Twitch. That's completely fine. Oh Jesus! So, guys, let me just take a quick second here because I want to give credit where credit is due. Syrian, who is Sirarian. Sorry if I got your name wrong. I believe you've got the largest single donation to the cast right now. Johnny Big Time, another amazing amount. Thank you so much. Listalia, outstanding. Thank you very much. Beta Zion, another great amount. And Landis the Thief, a couple of people who I personally have not heard of before. Thank you so much for all of that. I am also slightly relieved to see that $35 has not yet been hit. But guys, thank you so much. Again, you've now got a chance to meet the woman that this is all helping, the Eyes of Sin. She didn't put me up to this so much as I am doing this of my own initiative. But I honestly was very...
Hey, Simeon, I got the ride, man. I'm coming back.
If you actually bring the repossession to me this time, I can have it back out on the street before the day is done.
Oh, that's great to hear, the Eyes of Sin.
That's a 9mm semi-automatic pushed against your skull. Huh? Well, look around. You just keep driving where you're going.
Hey, come on, man. This was a repo job. Guy was behind on his fucking note.
Unlikely, considering my son just got the car. And looking at the way you're going about this, my guess, you're working a credit fraud.
Credit fraud? Be serious, dude. I just worked the fucking repos.
I appreciate a kid who follows orders without taking responsibility. Yeah, maybe one day we'll have a beer, and I'll explain how the world really works. Who gives you the slip?
A car dealer, dawg, by the name of Simeon Yeteri.
So this businessman, he look legit to you?
Look, man.
Thank you so much, Beta Zion. Have a great night. Thank you so much for the donations. It was great to have somebody participate with the radio stations. I got a quick thing to say about the donation amounts. I need to finish off this story mission and then I'll do a quick follow-up. I'm a little worried the past two games I haven't done as much commentary because they obviously have a lot of dialogue going on. So if you guys are noticing that you prefer...
Okay, stop the car. Pull up. That the place?
Yeah, this the place, man.
Oh. Drive into it. Right through the fucking window. And fast. Or I'll put 2 rounds in the back of your skull and do it myself.
Man, you can't be for real.
I look like a fucking joke to you.
Man, fuck my life, man. Fuck it.
Do it.
Well, so much for that. I don't remember which window I'm supposed to go through. That works.
Shit! Franklin, what the fuck are you doing? Mr. Samuel, it's not exactly how it looks.
I always trump big for a job well done. Now get out of here, kid.
You motherfucker! I won't be treated like this.
You recognize this car? Huh? Does it look like it's worth $5 grand a month to you?
You fucking racist!
I'll tell you something. This thing's gonna need some serious body work for it. It's worth $5 grand a month.
He agreed to financing. I have his signature.
Yeah, did he agree to have some punk break into my fucking house?
I don't know.
That kid might be a fucking idiot, but you are a fraudulent scumbag piece of shit. Ugh. Don't make me have to come back here.
Again, didn't get the mission time right, but let's take a quick minute here. So guys, taking a look at what Jess has been keeping track of. I don't believe we've had anything come in on my channel right now, which is working as intended because it keeps the PayPal costs down. Yep, it's all good. But yeah, guys, it is... we definitely did not raise that much. Just taking a quick look at tonight. So it looks like we got approximately the same amount that we did last night. So last night I was genuinely surprised. I think Jess can tell you a little bit about how I felt about last night. Because, I mean, again, I wasn't... like, I wanted to do this. I wanted to try and say to people, you know, here's something that I think will work well. Here's a way of here's how I would like to see the world work, and here's something that I've personally experienced and made me feel better. So yesterday, like, I was talking with Jess and how happy I was about how things turned out. We actually beat the amount that got directly donated towards the Eyes of Sin. Between my stream and hers, there's still a little bit more. But I will say, guys, honestly, the generosity you've shown is fantastic. For those of you who are just joining, again, we've been helping out the Eyes of Sin after she had some things of hers stolen. And the whole point of this was an experience that I had where basically... I had been mugged. I lost quite a bit of money for me at the time, and sort of spontaneously, a lot of people just sort of in my little social network, real life. Michael, you bought that court, but never use it. My grip and ball control has definitely improved. Coach V is hard on me. Oop. That whore.
Take control.
But yeah, my own experience of this was that sort of completely spontaneously, a bunch of people contributed just small dollar amounts. There's a couple of checks that I got in the mail, you know, an aunt, something along these lines. And the thing was, it all added up. And what I noticed about that, it wasn't just simply the fact that, you know, the financial burden was not as large as it was, but the fact that people actually took the time to care. And I mean, again, just because it's...
Sir, can I talk to you for a second?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I am talking about a hotline straight to heaven.
That this state makes illegal.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
I don't give a fuck about reefer.
No, they rigged the vote. I saw the ballots. It's a lie.
It's democracy at work, amigo.
Democracy can suck my fatty. Democracy only works when it lets intelligent people do what they want. This is tyranny by morons.
Also known as Twitch.
I got things to take care of in a little place called reality.
You want a drag?
Nah, I'm not a drug guy.
This isn't bushweed. This is mana. I grew up myself. No paranoia, no weirdness. A passport to nirvana.
When you say the log, MC,
Yeah,
is
here
that a
we go.
reference to the system?
Yeah, I smoke all day and I'm fine. It's a pure, mellow high. But I do get concerned about the monsters. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure they're nothing serious, but I never let them get too near. Oh, the fuck!
Hollywood, Isaacson? Or like this specific building? So yeah, the biggest thing here that I wanted to say is knowing how I benefited from that experience and how good it made me feel. Like there's a net benefit which is more than just the monetary amount. And the one point where I will disagree with Sin on whether or not they're... God damn it. So whether or not, she says it's worth it or not, my view is this, right? Nobody wants to be seen as, and nor do I think they are, a quote-unquote charity case, right? Oh. Stop it! So the biggest thing here is that this isn't about the individual. This is about the idea of sort of building a community, building just sort of a norm where people, when there is a problem like that, there's a small amount, something that is trivial. It's the sort of thing where it's like, this is something that if I were to find out I lost it out of my wallet, I wouldn't, I'd be mad, but I wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be a hardship on me. And the idea is that rather than, somebody in the network suffering the full effects on their own, a group of people, well, it'll be legal in Canada in about 6 months.
Continued prohibition, which is complete insanity. So I take it I can count on your support.
The fuck just happened?
What are you talking about? We discussed globalization, the state.
Stay the fuck away from me.
What? But it's a good cause.
Where you're taking your summer vacation. I've never had it. I'm a square. But yeah, so anyways, I obviously got a little sidetracked there. But one of the biggest things that I need to say is the point where I disagree with Sin on this is that I think, whether or not an individual wants to assess themselves as worthy of the effort, it's, I'm not quite sure how I square that. I think very highly of the Eyes of Sin. And so I personally think she's worth it. I wouldn't be extending my cast. I wouldn't be adding like 8 more days to the next 2 weeks to, or I guess it's 4 more days. 4 more days to the schedule, for somebody who I didn't care about. And with that in mind, like obviously there's no shortage of causes out there. It's Christmas, right? Getting gifts for your friends and family is just as important, which is why I think it should be important for people to... where's the security truck? Well, as much as I'd love to, I don't have a way of blowing open the doors. I saw a a Freaks and Geeks on here. I saw a Freaks and Geeks icon, but I guess it goes away after a while. That or I'm just in the wrong area for it. I'll just head back home. But yeah, the biggest point that I want to make here is that, like, so whether or not, you know, whether or not Sin personally assesses herself as being quote unquote worth it, my answer to that is it doesn't matter who the individual is, right? Because I mean, I hope a lot of you do get to know who Sin is. She's a really wonderful caster. She's a really wonderful person. She's somebody who, I guess a little similarly to Jessie Quill, has given me a certain level of confidence in some things that I haven't had before. She's somebody who's been very supportive of the cast, and more importantly, she's been very supportive of the cast having not seen it for a very long time. I mean, she came on a charity stream, and so really it's a, you know, she's somebody who, you know, by any rights, you just sort of say, it's like, you know, okay, there's somebody who's kind of part of the group, but I don't know very well. That's kind of beside the point, because the biggest thing is that something happened to her, and I would like to live in a world where I know that when things like that happen, there is a support network there, that rather than it being, you know, if something bad happens to me, you know, I suffer a, you know, the full impact of the loss. And again, like you know, I was mugged twice. You know, the second time there wasn't really anything to correct. They ultimately didn't get away with anything. But I guess the biggest thing I want to say about it is it's not so much the individual. It's the individual for me. You know, if Sin was a stranger, like a complete stranger to me, obviously I wouldn't be doing something like this. But the idea shouldn't necessarily be that, okay, well, one lucky person, you know, happened to have a streamer who did this initiative. The idea instead should be, it's just a reminder that these sorts of things happen, and there's a very simple way that we can turn an impactful loss to someone into a trivial loss that's spread out over a number of people. Again, it's the same principle under which insurance works. And it was a bit of a risk, right? Because in the end, like I said, there's no shortage of asks for money. It comes from the holidays. There's no shortage of charities, and very worthy charities. If you want to know the worthy charities, go to that blog. I've got a couple of them in there. There's gifts for friends and family. Those are important. There's your own personal enjoyment, right? But the big thing here is that if it's a small amount and it's a large number of people who do it, then it's not a big loss to one person. Instead, it's a series of inconveniences to a group of people. And I would prefer to live in a world that is like that. I would love that when something happens to somebody completely, seemingly at random, that also seemingly at random, there is a group of people that says, you know what, that sucks and we can't replace what happened, but here's a way that we're going to say that we care about you, and we'd like to do a little bit to help things out. So, you know, if you believe Sin when she says that there are other causes, I would say to you, if you feel that the cause of having a culture in which we care about people and we say, I'd like the world to just be a little bit better even when terrible things happen to people, then that is the cause that you're supporting. And it just so happens that Sin, who's been a tremendously supportive and caring individual on her own, is somebody who, you know, is in the end the beneficiary of it in this case.
For you as it is for my wife.
No, I don't want to sleep with you, and no, I don't care that I'm 39 and single. It doesn't worry me a bit.
Easy.
I'm not stressed out at all. Now go fuck yourself.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Just fuck you. All of you. I'm on a run.
Well, you seem a little upset.
I could still run you into the fucking ground.
Okay. Hey, I played high school football, all right, sweetheart? All state, QB.
Whatever. Just don't have a coronary. Let's go!
Whoa!
Do you want to look like her period, or do you want to look like her at 39?
Okay, man, boobs, race you to the beach! I don't know who I'm more embarrassed for. You're not exactly dressed dressed for cardio.
It's running. How much gear do you need?
I feel like I'm being chased by my creepy uncle.
Yeah, if your uncle was the same age as you mean? Although that would explain a lot.
Fuck you!
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm exercising.
I bet Jess is like this at the gym.
Run on the road. Take that traffic head on.
Yeah,
Maybe
could've
I
guessed
will.
You were one of those.
That space is yours. Own it. The road is for runners.
I actually really like this character.
Age range, firing on all cylinders. You idiot! I can hear you wheezing.
You should really think about behavioral medication.
That's it. You're going down. Like your wife doesn't. Just
Well, not on me.
you're overcompensating. Okay, here we
Oh,
go.
Johnny, I just saw something. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose this.
But you give me hope.
I own you.
My shrink's office is right near here if you want to work through some of that shit.
Yeah, because you're a walking advertisement for therapy.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna make it.
This is pathetic. Are we running or walking here?
Let's try that again. All right, let's take a quick moment here. Oh my God, Johnny Big Time, what the hell is wrong with you, sir? That's amazing. I might actually make this the finale. Oh fuck, I actually just gave it away. I have an idea about what I might do with this. I don't know if I should say it, guys. Johnny Big Time just gave me a gift, and it's one I'm super stoked for. Have you played that game, Johnny?
Okay, man boobs, race you to the beach. I don't know who I'm more embarrassed for. You're not exactly dressed for cardio. I can't believe you're cheating already. Stay on the path. Oh,
Can't
look
make
who
me.
it is. The man who can't stay on the path.
Yeah, but the first one's great though, isn't it? I beat it not too long ago, and I was pumped. So I'm pretty sure I just erased my my lead there.
Traffic head on.
Yeah, I could have guessed you were one of those.
That space is yours. Own it. Screw you, I'm running here.
Demon Souls finally taking its toll on his mental health.
Disqualified. The failed jock. This is so tragic. Yeah, Red Light Burger Shot's about to close.
I can't tell if you're loving this or hating it.
All right, I think I can just burn it straight to the end.
Flick the switch, Marianne. Let's go lactic.
I thought I had issues, but you give me hope.
I own you.
My shrink's office is right near here if you want to work through some of that shit.
Yeah, because you're a walking advertisement for therapy.
Not too shabby, huh?
Totally null and void. I'd have annihilated you if you hadn't taken that shortcut.
Yeah, whatever gets you through it. Oh, my chest. Fuck me.
Screw you! You're lucky I'm tapering for a try.
Contender. Oh man, I want to know what the contender achievement is. Oh, I just thought you had to take the shortcut each time. That's a really cool. That's a really cool fact that they change it then. What was I gonna say? So, if you guys would like an idea of what a race between Jesse Quill and I would look like,
Excuse me, sugar.
it's basically like that. Also, I don't think I really explained that well about what was going on in terms of the donations and that. But guys, I did want to take a minute here and say, so the amount that we raised yesterday as a single amount exceeds today, but we raised kind of more than what I thought we were going to over the course of... Actually, could I get an unban too, Johnny? But I would like the unban in select Team Panda streams, if that's okay. Do you think you could put in a good word for me? But yeah, so I wanted to say the anyways, what was I gonna say? In terms of the donation amount, like I was something's happening. I'll tell you what the command is later, Jesse Quill. Damn it! So, again, I didn't quite know what to expect, but I was really surprised, and like I said, Jess can tell you how happy I was with... Come back here! I just did this shit!
Oh, stop! Or you got a big problem! I warned you!
All bans are now extended for 140 days. But yeah, so I was genuinely worried about what the damn it. Just got it. Gotta raise some money. Clothes are expensive when you ball like Sin. I don't know what you mean by ball. Yeah, I didn't quite know what to expect. I had, I guess, maybe too modest expectations. Jess can sort of tell you my reaction when I saw the total amount, but the amount that was sent to the Eyes of Sin's channel.
All yours. You rock, bro. See, this is what it's about. Community.
This is what this is about, man. Community. I am not a baller, MC. You are super square. You're cute. I'm more a rhombus when it comes down to it.
Come on, bro. Time to move.
But yeah, seeing the amount that came, so like the worry that I had then was like, okay, so I've kind of shot my load on the first day, and it's going to be 10 days of celebration, which is fine. You know, it's not bad that not every day sets a new record. But in terms of the direct donations to the Eyes of Sin, I think Sin can confirm this, but what came in today has exceeded the amount that went directly to her yesterday. So I'm incredibly impressed by you guys. Again, I think the specific amounts that people are donating and the just kind of the generosity that's on display by you guys, I really hoped, I wanted to be, I kind of wrote that post on the assumption that I think people would sort of rise to the occasion and just sort of remind themselves about little ways that they can help people. But I don't know, I just think the magnitudes from the individuals have been quite a bit more than what I could have expected. And the really important thing on this one is like I said, I need to stress, it is, all I can really take credit for on this is just simply reminding people about how easy it is to do that. I actually haven't contributed anything yet. There's going to be the amount that I contributed that came from my, came to my channel, and then there's going to be an individual donation that I make at the end. But I don't think I could have expected this kind of response for the first two nights. you guys really went above and beyond. I'll maybe let a quick secret out for you guys. One of the original plans for this was, so I was gonna do Grand Theft Auto 5 in 2 parts. The secret was, I was going to try and sneak in Johnny Big Time and Jesse Quill for online play at the second half.
Why the fuck not? He's not staying the night. He's a bum. I don't even know why you are with me.
Johnny Big Time showing his true Democratic colors.
What do you want?
Man, I come by for that drink you offered, that's all.
I wasn't really serious about that.
What?
Here, whatever. Sit. You're not gonna rob me again.
Man, I never robbed you. That was just a repossession.
Okay. You call it whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. What can I do for you?
Shit, I just came by to see if there's something I can help you with. I see you doing well for yourself.
Look, I'm retired.
Ain't you a bit young for the pipe, slippers, and staring at a fucking sunset?
You know, I've been in this game for a lot of years. And I got out alive. That makes me the right age. You look like a good kid. But if you want my advice, give this shit up. You work hard, screw over everybody that you love. Hurt, rob, kill indiscriminately, and maybe, just maybe if you're lucky, you become a 3-bit gangster. It's bullshit. Go to college. Then you're gonna rip people off and get paid for it. It's called capitalism.
So what I saw the other day was like when a corpse briefly reanimates itself and terrorizes everyone, right?
What you saw the other day was a guy dealing with pests.
I guess I never saw myself as just a fucking pest.
Well, and today's lesson's all about humility. Tomorrow we'll try a training montage.
A training what?
Nothing. I was just lost in an 80s movie fantasy.
Yeah, I can see you spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, as much as I can.
So that's why you here in Vinewood then, right?
Maybe I'm here because I'm just an idiot who thinks that imported palm trees are a good substitute for not really knowing what the fuck you're doing on this earth.
Jesus, man. You a good time, you know that?
I tell you what. Least I can do is buy you that beer. There's a little bar I like. It's not too far from here. Let's go.
All right, man. I'm following you.
Let's take Amanda's car. Hey, Jim. I'm going for a drink.
Dad? Shit! I'm in our boat going down the Western Highway. It's been stolen.
What? The yacht's been stolen?
I was trying to sell it. I know you didn't want it sold, but I need money, and they don't want to buy it. They just want to take it. I'm hiding in the head.
You're insane! All right, I'm coming. For my boat. Alrighty then. Change of plans. My darling boy is in trouble.
Hey, I'll help you out.
Yeah, I mean, Isaacin, you have the... I was going to say, given the fact that you're finding yourself just drowning in commissions, I think you are undercharging for what you do. By the way, for those of you who haven't seen, if you go to Eyes of Sin's Twitter, there's a link to her her blog, which has all of her doodles on it. She is a very talented artist. If you are looking for emotes, if you're looking for channel art or anything like that, definitely somebody to take a look at.
Issues would arise over who had both privileges and who don't. Shit, motherfuckers would be lucky to sit in a bathtub.
Shit, things that desperate, huh?
Nah, but, you know, shit, I was making a point.
Pathologizing self-deprecation. I know it well.
Yeah, man, but shit, where the boat at?
Little shit's been hijacked. They're somewhere on the Western Highway.
Man, ain't you worried?
Yeah, I should actually change. Let's do... Johnny, you have been donating quite a bit, actually. What channel should I put on? I didn't find it too tough when I did it MC, but everybody, like, I also, like, the running mission I actually found really tough, so... Los Santos Rock? Okay. That's... Is that this one? Oh no, this one.
Yeah, I am.
But you can always buy another.
I'll get this to go slow so I can move along. When you say you scare them off with this abomination, that better not be the picture of me. I really like that pixel art picture of me. What was I gonna say? I guess I don't remember. Oh yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that scene there. So when he says, you know, you work your whole time, you know, you backstab someone, you kill people, whatever, and maybe one day you'll become a 3-bit gangster. One of the things that I liked about this one is because it takes place in a Hollywood-style level, it looked amazing. Eyes of Sin. I really, really, really liked it. I had better mind my P's and Q's on this. This is a tight fit. Reminds me of my first date. Made it. Never mind. Didn't. A demon bun? I kind of want to see this now. But I think one of the things that I really liked about that little dialogue between Michael and Franklin is you have, I think, a certain degree of, like, I guess in Franklin's story at least, the idea of becoming a gangster being a bit like becoming a movie star. This is one of the things that I really like about Grand Theft Auto 5 is that the first Grand Theft Auto, I mean, whatever story exists is just kind of there to be a link between the missions to sort of motivate them. I never did tell you guys what the original game to inspire the original Grand Theft Auto was, though, by the way. I think one of the things that really strikes me about Grand Theft Auto 5 is that unlike some of the other entries which sort of feel like writing from people who've only experienced life through Martin Scorsese movies, like this one actually has some interesting characters and people have their motivations. So like, I don't particularly like the character of Lamar, but I know everything about him and I can kind of relate to, you know, when there's a score on the wall, I want to be there with my name in lights and so on and so forth. You know, everybody sort of has their own motivations. Everybody's understandable. And so with that in mind, I think one of the things that's interesting about Grand Theft Auto 5, because it's such a big game and all of those individual moments, you know, you experience them over the course of a multiple-hour playthrough, you don't always remember what was happening at the very start. But I always find it interesting, like we're at a point now in games where you can actually sit down and just like an Aesop's Fable or something like that, you can say, so what was this story about? You know, why did all these strange things happen? And, you know, what was the point that you think people were trying to make? I'm going to get screwed. The only tight fits you've ever had to worry about were your pants? I'm much more interested in getting out of my pants, but...
Man, you can always get credit for one.
But have you come repo it? No, thank you.
All right, home.
I ain't your homie. I'm someone you want to impress.
Don't
Out of curiosity, guys, this is one of the few like visually impressive games that I've streamed at 60 frames a second. How is the quality? Because my monitors suck, and I'm not I'm not always able to sort of tell what the stream looks like in the grand scheme of things.
We got a plan? Sure. Once I get us up close, you're the boarding party. More like the falling in traffic party. You'll be fine. Anything happens, I got a piece of the glove box. I'll cover you. Oh yeah, man, fine. Just fucking fine. So you thought of everything, right? Well, you said you want to learn the old way of doing things. This is the old way. I'm not up here for fun, man. Get me near the damn rope. Hold on. Oh my God. Hey, you want me to do this shit? You better get me close, man. Oh, fuck this. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, fuck. Come on, kid. Come on, kid. Jesus! Not the engine! Shit! Fucking engine! Get your fucking hands off of him! Oh, easy with those pricks! You're pirates, you know that? Shit, don't find him! Hey! Shoot this motherfucker in the face already! Hey, this dude trying to...
God damn it!
Shit!
Can I just switch to Franklin?
Okay, now go find Jimmy!
Dad? Wait, you're the guy from the dealership.
Yeah, and it's a long story, bro. Jimmy! Kid, watch out for the boom! Fuck! Hold on!
Dad! Help! Help! Help!
God damn it, Jimmy! It looked better with chalk. What is it with everybody in beer? Okay, Jess and Eyes of Sin. You have both seen me with a beard. Better with or better without? Actually, Johnny's seen me too.
You little shit! You better hope she's still seaworthy! Ah, shit! Ah, too close! Fuck, kid! Hey, get me off the damn thing!
No, you gotta take on the guys who are taking the boat.
I ain't jumping for here, man! Get close!
We can settle the beard question once and for all. Like, do you really want me to look like Franklin? Do you really want me to cover up this magnificent chin?
All fucking board? Let's stop this ship from sailing.
Now that doesn't sound good.
Damn, that's the engine, man. We ain't chasing shit in this thing. Don't you die on me yet. Ah! My fucking boat!
Hey, it's just a thing. At least you still got a son.
Hey, it's a chop shop back there, dog. You drive us there, we can get the ride fixed.
Incidentally, I think this game is still technically in tutorial mode because it's introducing,
It's just a thing. My boat. Please stop doing that. Listen, I fucked up, okay? I'm not going to lie. That was a really bad judgment call. But shit, Dad, I nearly died. And all you give a shit about is this fucking boat.
No, it's not that. It's...
All we do is scream at each other. No wonder I can't get a job. It's all your fucking fault. Or it's not, but it's partly your fault. I mean, I just want to impress you.
By selling my boat to some gangbangers?
I know it sounds dumb when you put it like that, but all you do is daydream or get angry.
Look, I love you, Jimmy, but you're an asshole. And right now, with my boat disappearing over the horizon, that's all I can see. Franklin, would you do me a favor and give this kid a ride home after they fix this thing? I want to headbutt the road in peace.
Oh, great. Leave me with the home invader.
I'll get it done, dog. No problem.
Dad!
Enough! All right? Enough! Franklin, do me a favor. Call me a taxi, will you? Sure
You're a
thing,
taxi.
I need a cab as soon as you can send one. Los Santos Customs, by the airport. All right, thanks. Thanks, man. Hey, so you, do much yachting? Not anymore. No, I don't. Before, I mean, man. No, not really. This little shit stays in his room all day, and I don't have any other people to go with, you know?
I like looking at it.
Looking?
Yeah. Yeah, I come down to the marina, sit on the dock, pour myself a drink, and look at her. Jacqueline. It'd clear my head, you know, let me dream.
Jacqueline, huh? Well, maybe you need to do some other shit to fill your time. Dream other dreams, man.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
One of the things I was going to say, Isaacson made a reference yesterday to the idea of me saying neoclassical economics and it being the sort of thing that some kid in like a microbrewery would say to impress someone on a really bad date. So like I kind of imagine myself if I were to grow like one of the Twitch streamer style beards, I'd just be like one of these guys where it's like, you know, you see him in front of like a big, you know, like a big library pretending to read like a serious book or something like that. Just like, I don't know, beards have kind of been ruined for me because of Twitch. So the other thing too, because like I actually legitimately like doing some of these things. Like, I really like classics. So I have a natural aversion to kind of becoming a stereotype.
All right, take what's in my pocket, a couple $1,000. That'll cover it, right?
Yeah, it should be cool.
Good.
By the way, that is unfair to the bearded people who, I don't know, pose for photos in front of a
Get out and walk around.
It's okay, I can just climb
bookshelf they never use.
I'm gonna get the ride fixed, man, and drop you back off at your house along with this dude. It's all good though, man. You go and get your head right, all right?
All right, listen, thanks for today. I appreciate it. You stop back out to the house, we'll talk.
You see?
Show, man. Hey, sorry we didn't get your boat, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's trick this whip, homie.
Is that the guy we chased in the race? Amanda, we're getting your car repaired. I'm taking it out of the donations.
Let's do it, bro. Mama wants a sport.
I actually don't have a bookshelf either, Johnny Big Time.
That race you won.
All right, good as new. Like I said, bro, trick it.
I don't want to trick it. Well, I guess there's some things we can do it.
Put some roids in its bloodstream. Juice it.
How much money do I have?
Oh shit. That's where it's at.
Maybe not. Oh, sorry guys, just a second here. I've got some very important information from the Isaacson. Isaacson, when you get a minute, do you know at the very bottom of that list, do you know who that person is? Because I'm not sure I know them myself. Yeah, you guys are really great. I'm glad, Joshy man.
All right, man, I'm taking you home.
It's Franklin, right?
Yeah, Franklin, or the credit fraud guy, the home invader. You know what? Call me what you like, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, sure.
Jimmy, ain't it? Or James?
Jimmy. Or just like, Jizzle?
Nah, man, I'll just stick with Jimmy, homie.
So, what's the deal, man?
Huh?
You and my old man? I see you at the dealership, and someone steals my whip, and Papa's all like, he's been down there to talk to you guys.
Yo, Pops,
Everybody who has a beard now is going to be mad about me bad-mouthing beards. I just don't think they're for me. I've grown one before. Actually, I think Justin's seen a photo of the full beard, not like the crazy...
His only marketable skills
well,
are watching TV and daytime drinking.
Man, look, I don't know, homie. He seems okay to me. Shit, he saved your ass.
You saved my ass.
Nah, man. Well, maybe we good together, you know? Like, maybe we can get shit done we couldn't do separate.
If it keeps him out of the house, that's cool by me.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Look, I'm sorry my dad lost to your job. It's hard out there. Tough. I mean, I'm employmentally challenged at the moment.
Oh, you got fired, dude. Damn, that's rough.
I'm not fired as such. I didn't get a job.
I've been there, homie. You've been putting them resumes out there, but no one's hiring, huh?
No, I didn't get a job. I've never had a job. It feels like hard work. Life, the days just kind of disappear. Hey, you play Righteous Slaughter?
Nah, not since the first couple.
Okay.
Speaking of going for jobs, Johnny, I saw you said a little bit earlier that you had your first day without somebody training you and that you killed it. Fantastic to hear. I know. So obviously we talked about your work situation before you got the new job. I am incredibly happy to hear that you are making more, working in a place that appreciates your work, and you seem both to enjoy it more. But I'm really happy to hear that things are working out well for you there. So I have a feeling I was slightly the beneficiary of some of that bounty, which I appreciate. That really wasn't necessary, but. You are a good man, and I'm really happy to hear that things are turning out better for you. How you doing, Sparks5?
Yo, so like, since we're both unemployed, like, we could run together, you know?
Yeah, I think about it, homie.
Or we could just like shop it, you know? Play darts or get our drink on. Strip clubs. Come on, dude, I get real crazy.
Yeah, I got your number, shit. I need it, man. But hey, you know what? Man, go easy on your pops, dog. All right?
All right, church.
Exactly, man.
My brother from another mother. I mean, I hope so, because my mom was kind of a skank back in the day. See ya.
Yeah, whatever, homie. Peace.
Okay. Caught up with the Sparks, fifth of his name. Franklin's Picador has been impounded. Vehicles can be recovered at the... Yo, F-Dog, I've added you to the Life Invader. Accept my friend request and we can hang. Hit me up anytime, bro. Anytime, and we gonna chop it. Peace, Jizzle. I have not, MC.
Franklin!
What's up, bro? You good?
Yeah, Trill, homie.
How's your
It
day?
sounds like my kind of slang.
Fine, I guess. I mean, he should be, right? He got you to help him out with stuff. I mean, I don't really see what he's adding in this partnership.
Hey, look, bro. Man, I don't want to say too much on this phone, but things ain't good where I'm from, man. You know, ain't no glamour like you thinking, and, man, I'm sick of putting myself out, man, and not getting paid, homie. Now, your dad, he seemed like a dude to put himself out, man, and got something to show for it. So I'm hoping some of that shine rub off on me, man. You feel me?
Did you just say the streets are tough, and it's tough if you're like a good man in a bad world? I share your pain, homie. For real. Homies for life.
Yeah, man, I gotta go.
One of the things I was meaning to say a little bit earlier as well. So as I mentioned, the original plan was to do this with Johnny Big Time and Jesse Quill. Now Johnny was hacked by the Russians, so no luck there. But I did also want to mention there's a big thank you owing to Jess for being willing to give it a shot, because the last time we played GTA, I was actually quite unfair to her. Yeah, by the way, if you guys want to know what Eyes of Sin is about, you definitely need to check out a video that she did of her doing slang. I have a feeling that I got that on a Snapchat of yours first.
Hey, look, man.
Look! You were like a son to me. Employee of the month. Does that mean nothing to you?
Man, the dude had a gun in my head.
No loyalty, no integrity. You should have taken the bullet. My business, my totally legitimate business. You're fucked, my boy. Fucked.
But yeah, so in terms of Jess, I was actually quite unfair to her on a Grand Theft Auto game that we played together. And she, you know, despite that, was actually willing to sort of look past it and sort of give me another shot to, especially in the name of doing this charity thing with her. So It didn't turn out, but I did actually want to recognize a couple of people who were going to give me a hand with this, and through really no fault of their own, things didn't turn out. So, especially for tonight, Johnny Big Time and Jesse Quill were going to be a big help, and I don't want the fact that there was a small technicality to keep things from going through. Incidentally, Jesse Quill
go! Invade that bitch's private. There's nothing special about you. You don't believe it? She's slamming a speedball in there, man! This is journalistic gold! You don't look a day over 45! Come on, come on, come on! You ruined Mark Fossenberg's wife's life! Home wrecker! Man, they don't call her the silicone slattern for nothing. She looks like a bloodhound in a wind tunnel.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, no wonder this whole town's with her.
You're an angel! An angel! Oh, you're human, you bitch!
Oh sure, MC, just ask anyone I've dated.
Fuck you, Beverly, this one's mine! Oh, no, it's that bottom feeder Madison! Shit, he's getting the money shots! Where's your dignity, man? Forget Miranda, we can't let him steal my exclusive! Get alongside him, I'll knock the weasel off!
Dude.
Stay on that bastard! He's getting away! Come on, come on!
Do I just go Okay, I didn't realize I would go faster. Ah, shit, Jess is here. I don't remember which thing I said.
Oh yeah, I downloaded your pictures to the fucking road, Madison! Now grow up and get a boy's name. Okay, buddy, let's get out of here. I'm already late for another stakeout. Get the fuck away from me.
Hey, look out for fools like me.
There's a small parking lot by the Cafe Redemption Courtyard in Morningwood. Drop me there, and you can keep the bike, because I look after my people.
Look after your people? Man, I know when a ride
What
is
do you
hot.
mean, your people?
If this is your bike, then I'm the fucking Pope, dawg. All right, homie, it's been an education, dawg. Look, keep on making the world a better place, you hear me?
Yeah, the public needs to know. The fans deserve answers.
Shit, not if the question is how low is Miranda Collins' muff hanging or if she getting banged out by some second-rate director.
They need to know everything, from crow's feet to camel toes. Hey. Come by the manor next week. We'll continue the search for the truth.
Look, don't wait around for me, homie.
Oh, I'm waiting for you, homie.
I'm gonna do my best to give I'm gonna do my best to give Eyes of Sin's words justice here. All right, proper posture. I will most certainly school this fellow with my straight upward tossing of much shade. One will not even need sunblock. As there will simply be so much shade, it shan't be needed. I will weave words and leave him with quite an unwell burn.
These hills swarm with our scouts. And do you think your pathetic wall will do anything except fall like a heap of dry leaves in the face?
Our ancestors built this wall, using ancient stones from the bosom of Greece herself. And with a little Spartan help, your Persian scouts supplied the mortar.
You will pay for your barbarism! My arm!
It's not yours anymore. Go now. Run along and tell your Xerxes he faces free men here, not slaves. Do it quickly, before we decide to make our wall just a little bit bigger.
No. Not slaves. Your women will be slaves. Your sons, your daughters, your elders will be slaves, but not you. No. By noon this day, you will be dead men. 1,000 nations of the Persian Empire descend upon you. Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we will fight in the shade.
Man, it really took their... if you ever clip something to YouTube and you put it as the name of the line that people are looking for, just put that line. I was just trying to get the Spartan line for Lady Sin. She was quoting... I don't think it was Herodotus that actually has the line, fight in the shade line. I actually think it's... Where is that line from, actually? I think I can find it. What's the current goal and incentive? I don't know. Do you have any ideas? Current incentive is doing the right thing. Jeff is interested in helping out. What would Jeff like me to do? It's actually bothering me now. Plutarch, in his Sayings of the Spartans, also mentions this comment, but he attributes it to Leonidas I, Dicany's general in the battle. According to Plutarch, when one of the soldiers complained that to Leonidas that because the arrows of the barbarians it is impossible to see the sun, Leonidas replied, "Won't it be nice then if we will have shade to fight them in?" The laconic saying of "then we will fight them in the shade" was cited by Latin writers such as Cicero and Valerius Maximus. In umbra igtur pugnabinus. Yeah. That is a dangerous question. Just a second, I'm going to send you a quick whisper, Jesse Quill, because I think we talked about... Let me know if you think that is a fair price, and I might make that the next one. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any ideas for like stretch goals or something like you'd like me to do, I can do my best to accommodate. Is there anything I want to do right now? I think I just want to go home. Question is, what is Chalk willing to do to get this stingy, cold-hearted SOB? Joshua, man, you've already donated. Thank you. Oh, actually, you know what? I probably should be going back to Michael if I want to keep doing the... Which of these haven't I read? Oh, you got lucky there. There are always races going down in Los Santos. If you're interested, head to a meet. Cool. I guess the one thing I could say, if you guys don't want to see the remaining 2 weeks of content, we can go to the strip club and just do that for the rest of the night. You know what you want as a stretch goal? You want the development of the Johnny Big Time MMO? What makes you think I can do an MMO? You want a AAA MMO based around the life and times of Johnny Big Time. Isn't that called Cook Serve Delicious? Also, aren't all MMOs AAA? They kind of see... Well, I guess... I mean, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is kind of like it. I don't know how many people are online in World of Warcraft at any given minute. I haven't played Cook Serve Delicious 2. I only own the first one. But actually, if you guys want an example of a game that was made... So, I know Unity gets a lot of bad press, and I suspect Game Maker Studio is one that gets that reputation as well. Risk of Rain, Gunpoint, Heat Signature, and Cook Serve Delicious are all games that were made in Game Maker Studio. Oh fuck, what did I do now, Jesse? You really like the first... Yeah, the first Cook Serve Delicious? I'm glad that you really like it. I would feel bad if you didn't. Oh, also, Gods Will Be Watching is another one made in Game Maker Studio. Jesse Quill, in answer to your question, written, and I don't necessarily have a word limit, but that sounds like a fair. That sounds like a fair.
But you know what? It's getting to be a bit much. I have no idea how you cope. Of course I cope. I'm a woman. Ain't that the truth?
Hey Jess, is this how you exercise?
I done all that I can do. But you know how boys are. Wait a minute. Oh, girl. Whew, hey, how much further?
We ain't even gone 5 yards yet.
Okay, I know, I'm just asking.
This is spirit walking. Exercises body and soul. It's all the rage. We are women and we are free. Bringing an end to patriarchy. We are women. Here are free. We are women. Here are shouting. We are women.
Damn. F, is that your auntie?
Yeah, thank God I missed her crazy ass. She's spirit walking and shit now, man. That's just her attempts to...
Hey, don't be talking shit about your auntie, man. She got it. I mean, she cool as a motherfucker, man. Come on.
Come where?
We gotta go pick up some shit from around the corner, man. We can walk and talk at the same time, my nigga.
Why the fuck we can't drive?
Around the block with Chop? You need to walk with your fat ass.
Yeah, okay, you tall, linky son of a bitch.
Don't do cardio. But you do scream out feminist slogans while you're lifting things, right?
That clown D, that OG fool from Ball.
Also, if you want, I can steal your car and I can do something like I did.
Retro vengeance bullshit. I'm trying to make some fucking paper.
You gonna make some paper, low? And ain't nobody out here gangbanging. It just look like that. You gotta know the difference, man.
Fuck, man, great. My aunt would be very happy, homie. She wants me dead anyway so she can get the fucking house.
You driving.
I feel like at the end of this, I should give you guys a clip of Johnny Big Time and Chop.
Get in the van, Chop. Get in the van. Good dog.
Sorry, you said something about cardio there, Lamar? Oh, he just gave up.
We going up Vinewood Boulevard.
Get into this real classic shit, man. Y'all doing this new shit too much. Let's go back in the days when music was dope, before the shit got whacked.
You know, in fairness, Lamar seems to have taken that pretty well.
Yo, annoying ass.
Man, I'm carrying both of y'all asses, homie. Look what I said.
Alright. Time for pounding techno in honor of Sin's cardio.
She's straight. It's me and you that ain't straight though, homie.
Dog, I know, homie. But look, I met this contact, this white dude. Real serious dude, man. This motherfucker know the streets, homie. I know he'll be a good hookup for us.
We don't need no hookup, fool. I know these streets.
You know these streets. Man, all you know is dime bag hustling, credit card stealing, boosting gas tankers, homie. Come on, man. What you trying to be, some fucking commodity trader or something?
Fool, that shit.
God damn it.
Look, homie, I don't mind dying, you feel me? But I just want to die over something that matters, homie. That's what foreign gangsters should really be about.
And I know this much, the motherfucking OGs ain't even giving a fuck about us, though.
Man, fuck that. Homie, you tripping. Fuck the OGs then. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
I
no
personally
motherfucking
dislike me.
team.
Wait, hold on. Listen to your boy one time. Listen to your boy. You want some paper, my nigga? This is what it's about. Check it out. I'm talking about 40,000.
If you guys would like to know what the $500 stretch goal is, read Jesse Quill's last message.
No, just starting another beef with the fucking ballers, nigga. That's Class A felony bullshit.
We gonna keep our disguise on. Ain't nobody got.
Oh shit!
Ain't nobody gotta know it was us.
Yeah, whatever, homie. We'll see about that.
He down this alley up here.
Hey, what's up, boo? Ain't you little Laida's cousin?
Yeah.
Damn, short with it? I was just saying I was trying to holler at
You ain't hollering at nothing over here.
Why has it gotta be like that? I'm an OG.
And OG, so what? So the fuck what, nigga? It's a million OGs.
Well, shit, how about I put one of these little X pills up your ass crack? Next thing you know, you're gonna be begging for it, boo.
That's disgusting.
What's happening now, D-man? Ain't no fun if the gangsters can't have none.
Man, fuck you, Mark. I ain't sharing no ass with the CGF.
Ain't nobody sharing nothing.
Man, shut the hell up,
Fuck
bitch.
you, nigga.
Man, fuck y'all. Hey, ain't there a law against you mark-ass gangsters insignia mask-wearing motherfuckers?
Oh, so what's up now, nigga? You snitching or something,
Oh,
nigga?
shit.
Bitch-ass nigga.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm out of here. Fuck y'all,
Get that
bitch.
nigga. Come on, let's go.
I think that's a little 500 is maybe a little too cheap for such a thing. I was just referring to a video. You guys are freaks.
Just drive, fool.
It's gonna get bumpy, Chop.
We losing it.
Man, I'm
He
sorry.
leaving us behind, fool.
In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm playing a driving game where I'm not very good at the driving. But we will persevere. We will get through this together. By the way, who would like to hear me badmouth a sponsor? Or, yeah, I guess it counts as a sponsorship. An affiliate? Somebody I have a financial arrangement with to support the stream. Would anybody like to hear me say something probably that I shouldn't about it?
Like you could have done better. This piece of shit ain't going no faster. Next time.
Yes. Okay, Johnny wants me to lose my sponsorships. Well, I'm not sponsored, I'm just affiliated. Okay, so you guys can go
Motherfucker in the car, alright? All these punk ass bikes.
Man, hey, Chop, go get that fool.
Hey, you just sitting your ass there with your feet kicked up. Come on, Chop. Come on. Go bite his ass. Get that motherfucker, Chop.
Get him.
So, if you guys follow the GOG streaming account, there is, when basically there's the whole business about the loot boxes, they decided to take a little bit of a victory lap over all of the trouble that, EA was getting over them. Now, they've done this before, but if you take a look at this winter's, GOG sale, which there is one going on. If you use that link down below, I will get a percentage of the sales that are done. And you can actually currently get Grim Fandango for free. So if you guys haven't played that adventure game, it's really good. But one of the things that they're doing after, you know, sort of throwing shade at EA for doing loot boxes, and then CD Projekt Red, you know, during one of their interviews saying about EA, you know, we leave the greed to the other companies. I will switch to Chop. Go get him.
Got the scent, homie. He in the train.
So basically, after they, you know, after they're busy just taking these victory laps and you know, making fun of EA for the loot box thing, the winter sale has a $3 unlockable mystery game that you can unlock. So if you, the idea, they basically have a loot box for games. You know, you'll get, if you pay $3, you'll get one random game from the, I don't know if it's the full GOG library or a selection of the GOG library. Now, see, for me, this isn't a problem because I don't think loot boxes are killing gaming. I think they're just another way of pricing and unlocking content. But I'm also not someone who just spent some time, you know, throwing shade at EA over their loot boxes and then doing my own fucking loot box during a winter sale. So.
No, man. That ain't what we have. Chop, no.
God damn it, Chop.
Chop, man. You don't gotta do that. Shit, Chop. Man, that's a dude, dog. Your little nasty ass ain't picky, is you? Go, boy. Where the OG at? Sniff him out. We in this together.
I knew Johnny would be upset with that.
Stop running, dog. You scared of dogs, nigga? Oh, shit! Fuck you and your stupid dog. Don't hump him. Bite his ass, Chop. Get his ass.
Jeff, thank you so much for the donation. Let me just take a quick look. So, should I just wait for a DM from you, Jess, as to whether or not I should do something for him? There's a lot of good stuff in the winter. Yeah, so actually, guys, with that in mind, like, as much as so my view, I'm quite happy with GOG. I don't actually want to live in the world where I actually killed that dog, so I wanted to reset the mission. In my opinion, there's actually good stuff in the sale. Obviously, I am affiliated with GOG, at least for now. I'm sure after they hear this VOD, they'll probably say, well, you know what, thanks, but no thanks. Just, you can DM me and let me know what came through if I owe him something.
Get his ass, Chop. He ain't one of them box cars.
I haven't called him Papa before, but I could as an incentive. Too many incentives now. But yeah, like so I'm quite happy with them. I obviously have an affiliate link through them, so I do have a financial incentive for saying that there's all the best deals on the GOG channel. But they are, and they're DRM-free games. If you're Canadian like me, if you are buying from a different region, especially Australia, they have a fair price policy, so you'll be basically getting the kind of the currency or the regional pricing difference in your in terms of the GOG wallet. The DRM-free is a pretty big one for me, just because the I don't know, like, I don't think anybody knows what happens if Steam goes away. Not that, you know, we expect that to happen, but... God damn it, boy!
Down, boy. That don't look like no baller's OG to me. Heal. Get out that thing, Chop, you filthy motherfucker. Come on, Chop. Get off there, man. We got shit to do. Not the time, Chop. We gotta go. Lamar sure ain't been training your ass, has he, boy? Come on, man.
Oh, is there no sale for No Man's Sky? Yeah. Apparently not everything's on sale then.
At least I'm getting a workout.
But yeah, I don't know. The big one for me is that as much as I enjoy things with GOG, if Steam goes away, the internet will implode. Well, I mean, the big one for me about the about DRM free is, like, I'd like to own the game. I remember trying to play Democracy 3 on my laptop during my commute, and I couldn't because it kept calling home, and it wanted to wanted to verify me before I could play. It's like, I own this game. I paid for it. Like, why do I need to go through this nonsense? Obviously, they treat their classic games a lot better as well. Jessie Quill played all the Star Wars games, and the GOG ones were clearly better when she was doing them.
Shut the fuck up, just get in. Yeah, that's you, nigga. Fucking idiot. I said I had no beef, man. Hey, man, what the fuck? Get this fucking dog away from me. Come
Oh, you don't like No Man's Sky, Johnny Big Time? I actually kind of liked it. But I didn't play a whole lot of it, so I guess that might say something.
Gonna be a lost cause like you, dog.
We gonna stash this dude in my spot.
But yeah, the big thing for me is that just because I am affiliated with them, just because I generally like the way that they handle things compared to Steam, does not mean that they can do no wrong. I think it's, you know, so like it just seems to me that if you're, you know, if you're gonna get on the, you know, on the if you're gonna get on the bandwagon about loot boxes, you don't release your own on the platform. Oh, I can be bought, just not cheaply. Well, that's the reason you liked it, because you stopped playing before you realized it was pretty much the whole game over and over again. I mean, you can kind of say that about everything, though, right? Like, every game has a loop. Just some games are a little more diverse than others, I think. Nope, nope, not stopping the van. You know what, here's what we're gonna do. Where should I take this gentleman? Chat. I'm thinking, let's take him out to like one of these crazy, crazy spots. Right here. Oh yeah, I can be rented. At very good rates. Oh damn it. No, no, keep moving, keep moving. Yeah. Ah, god damn it.
I'll be seeing y'all soon. The only reason you been seeing shit cause we went easy on your ass. Remember that, dog? Man, I told you to book, motherfucker.
I didn't know that there were megalodons.
Take me down the cut.
Alright, so much for the waypoints. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I'm, you know, I'm not bothered by, I'm personally not bothered by loot boxes, but if you're gonna criticize EA for it, don't just turn around and say, okay, well our business model is more ethical because, you know, we're DRM free. I just don't see the story. Obviously too, like, GOG is a, you know, it's part of CD Projekt Red. It's not like every department talks with each other, so I'm sure there's just a social media manager who wanted to, I'm sure there's a social media manager who just kind of wanted to seize the moment and, can you trade goods and services? Discounts for some ladies. Yeah, like, so for me, I will be honest with you too. So I bought one of the GOG boxes when I first played the or when they first appeared in the previous sale, and I got Baldur's Gate 2. I was really happy with that. So, you know, for me, like, I'm pretty happy with the way that system worked, but I mean, I didn't.
Tanya, do you ever clean your raggedy bitch ass up?
Fuck you, Lamar. I mean, Franklin, Whatever. Everybody on the block knows you gonna find wood and shit.
Well, shit, if going Vinewood means I ain't hitting the pipe like 1992, then shit, I'm guilty as charged.
Punk ass.
What?
Bitch ass.
Excuse me?
Look, I'm sorry, but where's your love for the hood? JB ain't doing good. He needs help. We need your help, nigga. We gonna lose everything.
All right.
Shit.
What do I gotta do?
Same as before, boo. A little help with the tow truck. Nothing for a real man like you.
All right. You just get yourself together. Your ass done went crazy.
Oh, you need to pose? Alright. Check Snapchat in 30 seconds.
You gonna leave a girl hanging with no ride?
I wanted to make her
Say
run.
no to me, Franklin Clinton. I ain't so cracked out I don't remember that night behind the burger shop.
Not this again. What, we was like 13?
But you was a man after that night.
Damn, every time with this shit. And nothing even happened.
It's all good, baby. I know that wound ain't healed.
You also give $3 for my effort. Thank you so much. It's definitely much more than I'm worth.
That's our truck. You know the drill.
Nope, don't let her get in. She vanished.
Dispatch, what you got?
10-4. We got an SUV in a handicapped spot without a sticker at the Lucky Plucker and Little Soul. Do you copy?
You know I don't copy. I'm an original. Yeah, we got you. JB still sick.
Man, you sure you need me? Cause you look like you know what you doing.
One, I can't drive. And two, this ain't no work for a lady.
Oh, you really fighting the feminist cause there, ain't you, Tiny?
Like your aunt, you mean? I saw her fake jogging the other day, chanting some whacked out nonsense. That bitch is crazy.
Yeah, that we can't agree on.
And I got qualifications, honey.
Like hell you do.
I got a certificate in cosmology. You never seen my nails.
What, you going into space now?
You always did think you were so clever. Remember Davis High? You didn't learn shit at that school.
You got your math on the corner in Davis.
Why would you like me to do that, Chess Set 5?
Oh, hell.
I'm not sure if you're new, Chess Set, or you think I'm new. I don't have partnership. I am defying physics.
Come on. I was only parked there for a minute.
What was I going to say before? Yeah, so if any of you guys wound up buying those $3 things expecting Baldur's Gate 2, I apologize. I also probably should have finished that story with the rest of how do you have a sub button? Because there is a thing called affiliates. Although I do appreciate the being brought up in the exalted pantheon of partners.
And there ain't many of those around.
An honest dollar that I ain't seen yet. Man, JB need to get his head straight.
JB's going through a hard time.
A hard time sitting on his ass smoking crack?
I gotta keep his hours up. Word is they gonna sell the business. A new owner ain't
Although, perhaps, Chesset, to clarify one thing that the guys were saying there, when they're talking about donations, this particular cast is being done as a sort of something to help out a friend of this cast called Eyes of Sin. She was robbed recently, so does it count as yeah, I guess it counts as robbery. So we are fundraising some money basically to sort of lessen the impact of what happened to her. So they're not just simply asking you to put money in my pocket, although you're very welcome to do that too. But in this case here, this is actually a stream for a specific cause rather than a, you know, just trying to make a buck. Exactly, yes.
Drop it in the marked area.
Good lord, I'm bad at driving.
make it up to you, Franklin. You know I will. See you round.
Curiously, I didn't do it in the allotted time. Yeah, I always thought burglary was breaking into somebody's home. What the hell do I want to do here? P. Why is Beverly P? Oh, paparazzi. I'm not crazy about the... Well, actually, some of the Beverly missions are good. I'll do one more of these, and maybe I'll do another another Michael mission. Unless you guys particularly want to see something something else. Well, I guess in that case, if it's fear or force, I guess that doesn't really apply either. Friend told you that you had one too. You think you followed when I was streaming Assassin's Creed 3 a while ago. Came into the stream after you mentioned that, so you have not a clue what you're talking about. The robbery thing. Yeah, well that just, I mean, this happened a while ago. I'm only on the second, I'm only on the second,
Like it ain't nobody out there gunning for your black ass.
it's only the second second day of doing the special streams. I appreciate you coming back off of AC3 though. That was a really long time ago, and I know I did a little bit of Unity, but because there's so much stuff kind of going on in the interim, I didn't really have a lot of I didn't really have a whole lot of I don't know, extra time to do Unity. I'll probably be getting back to it, and then I'll likely do Syndicate after that. I got a couple of special things planned for Syndicate, because when I was in Vancouver, I did a little bit of training in what I think are some of the martial arts styles that are used in that game. I'm not quite sure. They feel like they're inspired by it, so I wanted to try and get the guy who did the training on it to talk a bit about the Victorian time and some of the, I don't know, the combat represented in that game, get his professional opinion if I can work things out with him. It's been a while since we've talked, so I may not be able to get that guest on, but I was hoping to try and bring somebody who's actually bothered to study Victorian martial arts, because there's some really cool stuff. So like some of the stuff that comes out of that, there's a large number of women's suffrage figures wound up using that for self-defense, because basically you had police officers coming in and cracking skulls for women asking to get the vote. So it keeps kind of showing up in all these weird places, and it's largely underappreciated. So when you spoke to the authorities, they mentioned whoever stole your stuff could be charged with theft and property damage if caught. I'm assuming that's because they threw it in the garbage, as they stole multiple people's stuff. Yeah, makes sense. They should let you step on their big toe as well. Johnny Big Time always going in with the trying to maximize his returns. Oh, excellent! That's wonderful news. Apologies to all you Trump supporters out there, but that man is a scumbag. Doug Jones, or sorry, Roy Moore, not Doug Jones. I don't know what this green dot is. I don't know how many of you remember, but a year ago, we were doing, when we were doing, Political Animals on election night, I think we were all expecting to see a Clinton coronation and not, not the result that was there. So I'm happy that everybody, Johnny Big Time. Everybody figured that out. Yeah, I know how the interaction works. I'm just taking a minute to talk about the results. I'm very happy that a little over a year later, we get a chance to talk about a somewhat positive electoral outcome in the United States. All right, just for you, chess set. There we go.
Just wondering exactly when I lost the last shred of my dignity.
Oh, Jesus Christ, was it really a difference of 1%?
Don't get me excited.
That's crazy.
An impotent brain. For fuck's sake, I want to be Hamlet.
I want an omelet too, Impotent Rage. It's a little late though. Well, I mean, as long as people showed up, right? One of the things that's really funny. So I have I've worked on political campaigns, both on municipal politics as well as federal. I think I've done a provincial campaign as well. But what about a chalk molester? Can they have a seat in Congress? You would have to ask. For the person who donates $150 towards the Eyes of Sin, I will answer the rest of, or I will say the rest of that statement.
Beverly, good to see you.
No, seriously, dude, it is a backdoor bonanza where that bitch is concerned.
America's newest sweetheart? Man, she likes cotton candy and puffy.
Yeah, ain't getting in the bunghole. Wow. No, seriously, dude. One shot of that dirty little slut monkey, and we're in the money, homie. We're in the money.
And who says America is going to hell?
Adult
Not
chalk.
me. Come on, let's move. Now remember, dude, this is a covert op. We need to blend in, ninja style.
Gotcha.
Follow my lead. Confident but forgettable. From here on out, we're ghosts.
Yeah, me and you, we ain't gonna stand out. At all.
Shh, you blow our cover.
This should be fucking interesting.
I can hear someone. Stay close and play it cool.
What do you want me to do? I'm at work. Just change his diaper. It's not that hard. I don't care if it smells like number 2. He's your grandpa. That's what family do. Listen, I gotta go. Lovely. Do your homework, okay?
By the way, that is a great example of why this game, or the great dialogue in this one. You set it up. It's like, you know, you got to change the diaper, so on and so forth. I don't care. I don't care if it's number 2. Totally ordinary dialogue, and obviously you kind of assume with the accent that it's some kind of like a nanny or something like that. And this is, he's your grandpa, it's family. That is just a perfect example. GTA does this every single time, to a point where it just becomes completely, like, it just blends into the background. I keep forgetting how many good lines there are in this because I just don't... You're still giggling at system cock. I didn't say system cock. Now I have. But
You know, another day, another minimum wage.
why can't I move? Oh, because I'm pressing Q, not W.
Come on, they should be just past this pool. Come on, we're gonna miss all the action.
Oh, for God's sake.
Quick, before he blows his load.
Yes, this is definitely not. This is definitely inconspicuous.
Are you ready to see America's sweetheart getting it in the sweet meat rare room? Here, you take the camera. She knows me, dude. I'll keep lookout.
Is that how people do it? This is like the hot coffee mod.
Is that good, babe?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Really?
Yes. Oh, you're so big.
I know. Now, I must say, for a virgin, you're really not that into this.
I'm only a virgin for TV.
Really?
I mean, I always wash afterwards and jump up and down, so it doesn't count.
What?
I'm not releasing a sex tape for at least 3 years, unless my agent tells me to.
What? I thought this... I love you, Poppy. I really want us to go places. I thought we could be the cutest teen couple.
But, Justin, you're 21 and I'm 24. We only say we're teens for marketing purposes.
That's not true.
Okay, just get on with it, will you? Hungry.
Hey!
Oh, shit! Security! Abort! Abort! This way! Come on! Go, go, go!
I will bankrupt you with litigation.
Get the fuck in the car, man! They're still coming after us! Well, don't just sit there! Film that psycho slut!
Damn! America's sweetheart is one angry ass bitch.
Yeah, I know. She's terrifying. It's perfect. I'll try to lose them.
I was working on my quad, you idiot!
Straight road coming up. This is your chance to get a good shot of her.
Man, you not the one hanging out this fucking trunk.
You people are stuck!
Man, it's gonna get worse before it get better. Whoa, whoa! What the hell, man? That motherfucker's right on top of us, dawg.
I'm taking a sharp right. Keep that camera on her.
Those two men are child molesters!
I'm gonna go left and cut across the intersection. Hold on.
Never get to Congress now. God damn it.
Yeah, fuck you too, man.
You have no idea what I'm capable of!
Move! Come on, man. Hit the gas. This crazy ass bitch.
Ah, shit! We got traffic ahead. Going left. Keep it steady.
I will fucking destroy you! And everyone who knows you!
Jesus, she's still on us. Screw this. I'm going through the construction site.
So, Chess Set 5, the last that I had heard, affiliates are not... so there's limits as to how much bandwidth you can give.
Just turned into a snuff movie.
Whatever. She's fine. I'll wipe the audio. Oh, I can just see the headlines now.
I'll just wait till this is done.
Crashes car on drug-fueled sex rampage.
So,
Another illuminating experience.
the last official word that I had heard from Twitch was that anything above 3,500 kilobytes a second is considered...
While performing a vital public service.
Well, I mean, that's all well and good, but I'm going to rely on what I've actually officially heard from Twitch, right? Some guy in chat. One of the reasons why I don't like doing things that people say from chat is there is an old game from whether it's like, oh, give me your Skype info, oh, you're allowed to do this inside of chat, and the entire game is based around trying to get somebody in trouble on the platform, trying to get somebody's channel taken down. So, you know, any one of these things can go on. More importantly, too, I've been having problems with my ISP over the last month, so the stream has been dropping frames at the best of times. So 3,500K is something that I've already got worked out. It's, you know, everything's working the way that I want. So ultimately the benefits weren't there to justify any change. And more importantly too, like, until I get it officially from Twitch, I'm keeping with a number that I've actually heard from a Twitch representative. JB missing, please help with a sister out with another job, call me and I'll explain. Why not, Tanya?
My brother from another crack mother.
What's going on now?
JB. Niggas gone AWOL, baby. I don't know what to do.
Is he ever not AWOL?
He's bad, Franklin. Got his claws in deep this time. They're on to him, leaving messages, saying he gonna get cut. You ain't gonna let a sister starve.
Look, man, I'm not gonna let that happen, all right? Now leave it with me.
You can't argue with science.
Going to the phones. You're on the lab. Who's this?
I mean, one other thing that you can say about it too, like, everybody's kind of gotten used to 3,500, a 3,500 bit rate. I can say that one of the things, thanks MC, one other thing that I can say too, like, I would much prefer that Twitch give more people, either who are not affiliates or, you know, or all of the affiliates, transcodes more than I would want to have a higher bit rate for myself. Like, personally, like, I can remember, the only reason I do affiliate is specifically so that I know I get transcodes. And I can remember it was a big deal for this cast when I was finally able to do that, because it meant I could finally stream some of the higher quality games like Wolfenstein or something like that at a quality that I was happy with. So my view is that like every single time you come up with an affiliate or a partner designation and you create a new set of rules that they play from, it's no longer a case where people are able to rise on their own merits, right? It's no longer about the quality of the individual stream. It's, are you allowed to succeed on the platform? And I can definitely remember, like, you know, back when I had an upload rate of 512K, again, Canadian internet, you know, I was able to get people coming in because they liked it for their mobile, right? It was a small cast that they were actually able to watch because it, you know, it didn't have transcodes. Now that I have transcodes, obviously people can watch at different levels. And so as a result, I was able to give, you know, I was able to upgrade my internet package. I was able to do a better quality of stream for people. And I was allowed to have a larger audience. It had nothing to do with the quality of my cast and everything to do with the fact that they enabled transcoding for people who had a certain follower or viewer count. So, I mean, if there's a constraint on space, which they claim there is, I think it would be much better if you could just enable everybody to play on a level playing field and let the quality of the cast speak for themselves, rather than just saying, okay, well, you're a proven commodity, so you're going to be able to get access to transcodes, and as a result, you're going to get more people. But I don't know. I've already been crapping on some of the people that I've been affiliated with, so maybe I'm just a big troublemaker.
Man, I almost soiled myself.
20 million miles from Earth, which they say is really, really close.
Jeanette Adams says she is so glad the government has been collecting phone records and...
My glad you showed up. Any chance you could take me to a mechanic so I can get that death trap fixed?
Nope.
That's a bad place to break down.
Yeah, it started spluttering at the crossing. Then the engine just cut out. Damn car, foreign trash. I've told my wife 100 times. But she's like, oh no, Phil, you can't say that. Not anymore. She'll soon change her tune when she finds out I nearly died. All this fancy eco crap they put in cars.
I've already been banned, Joshy, man.
We never signed that treaty. A mile less to the gallon, and maybe I wouldn't have ended up on top of the train tracks. I'm at a loss for words.
Could've fooled me.
Makes a nice change, though, to get towed for a good reason. Normally I'd be cussing you out, you know, asking you how you sleep at night.
I'm sure you would, man.
You been in the business long?
I ain't exactly in the business. Just helping out a friend, dawg.
Frankly, I don't know if you're talking about the character Franklin or just when I'm Frank. I'm not Frank, I'm System Shock. I'm actually mildly curious, so I'm probably going to be wrapping up the stream before too long, but I am a little curious. What would you guys be interested in seeing more GTA 5 in the future? Because it turned out a little bit different from what I was expecting. I thought I would have more to say about the story, but I kind of shut up for the dialogue, and so I just sort of ramble halfway through without a whole... I don't quite think I'm as cogent as I would be on another cast. Okay, apparently I don't know where I'm sending him. Don't mind me. I was joking. I'm also sassy.
Okay, thanks again. That could have been much worse.
It could. Please get out of the car.
If it ain't the finest man in South LS.
You can tell JB I did his work for him again.
I will, boo. Soon as he wakes up.
Oh, damn it. I don't even remember what I was doing. I just want...
Spell check. No social media and no selfies. A place
place that's magical. And look, the music has the power to change a lot of things.
I just want my gun.
War with a guitar solo, I'm pretty sure. But the 80s were kind of fuzzy.
All right,
So were the 90s.
we'll just wait for the train.
Let's all
Bring it.
meditate now with some music, shall we?
Ah! There we go. We'll just ride the rails. All right. Let's see what other things we have. But yeah, so I'd be interested in knowing if you guys would be interested in seeing more GTA 5 in the future, or if this was just sort of a, you know, a fun little I don't know, I just thought it would be a fun it'd be a fun one to do. I talked a little bit less about the story. I can either do my best next time, or maybe this format's working, I'm not sure. But sometimes when I do stuff like this, I do sometimes use it as an opportunity to kind of get an idea about what people would like to do next for a cast. So if you guys do like something like BioShock or GTA 5, definitely be sure to give me that feedback, because I remember back in when I did the crime series as well as the 1K celebration, I actually wound up with a couple things that wound up being really successful on the stream, such as LA Noire. So apparently I've just got good luck with Rockstar games during my my celebration streams. In the meantime, let's oh, can we not visit Michael? That doesn't seem right. It is left alt. Okay, I just can't be on in a vehicle. I quite liked LA Noire. I didn't take it seriously at all, but it was a lot of fun.
Everything hurts.
I feel that way after I have a coffee too. Some missions can only be started by specific characters. Michael missions will be represented by blue letters and Franklin by green letters. I think I kind of already had to know that to advance to this point, but... Wait, I can drive people?
Hey, if anything's available, I got time for a job.
I got a pickup not too far from you. Sending you the address now.
I've never...
Sure, I'll take that one.
I didn't know you could do taxi missions. All right, let's see what happens.
Good, good. Looks like you're close.
Nothing like giving each other plastic statues to help elevate art. Next caller.
Hey there, I'm Simon. I'm a big fan of the show. Now listen, I just want to share with everyone, you don't need to spend all that time working out. I found
Thanks a lot, Chesset. Have a good sleep. We'll hopefully see you next time.
Yo, you crazy. I'm out.
Shoot, I'm perfect.
You hear that, Michelle? Why do I need a bisexual Austrian personal trainer to shout and debase me?
I'm open if there's any jobs going.
Perfect timing. I got a customer for you right now.
Yeah, give me that one.
Oh, not this guy, huh? All right.
Perfect. They're right around the corner from you.
That guy was probably going to go see a hooker.
That's a guy after your own heart, Laz. Idiotic and superficial. Oh, we have a caller for you. Says his name is Reed.
What's up, Laszlo?
Hey, buddy.
Just to be clear, Laszlo, we're not friends. I defriended you years ago from all of my...
Damn it, Joshy man, answer the man's question.
Next caller.
Hey, Laszlo.
See, I got magic powers.
You mean when I said it was for creepy perverts who run around the house in a jockstrap, pecking away at a laptop?
Hey, I'm not a pervert.
That's
I'm really into fantasy sports. I have a fantasy football team. I think about it for hours.
Cool.
Let's go. We're in the locker room. Half the guys are nude. We're really pumped. We're taking a shower, and then. Okay, anyways. So what?
It's the color that your chat name is, Chesset5. So if you have a pink name, then it's going to be in pink. If I were to write it, it would be in green.
You've decided to pump up the, tedium of watching sports and interject the non-stop laugh-a-minute fun of statistics. Listen, there's only one one statistic I'm interested in.
Whoa! Johnny is motherfucking red. Actually, Chess Set, if you like the kinds of games that I'm playing, I should let you know that Johnny Big Time has been doing Assassin's Creed Oranges, as has Dynamike. Johnny Big Time is one of the funniest casters that I've ever seen. Dynamike's also a really nice guy, so I think if you enjoy this kind of stuff, I know I probably wind up disappointing you quite a bit because I play a lot of XCOM and things like that. But if you like games like this, if you like games like Assassin's Creed 3, I think you'd definitely enjoy Johnny's and Dynamike's cast. I'd strongly recommend you check them out.
Fly across in zero gravity. It'd be amazing. I could start my own religion and an entire civilization of people bred from me. That would be great. I can see it. Me and a couple of hot Martian chicks.
You are revolting, so hypersexualized. Don't you know that we live in a new
Yeah, I know. I think both Johnny and Dynamike have been doing a lot of Fortnite recently, but I don't think Johnny's finished Assassin's Creed, and I know Dynamike. I don't know. I think Dynamike's been doing a little bit of everything, but he's definitely been enjoying Assassin's Creed. So, all right, have a good one, Chess Set. But yeah, definitely check out those two casters if those are ones that you want, especially if I'm not streaming something you're interested in. If I'm streaming something you're interested in, you would better show up.
I love this town. You know, you can be smug about the rest of the country and live in a vacuum pretending that there's an endless supply of revenue to just hand out to
All right, that's super exciting and all, but I think I'm gonna go and do a real mission. And have a good sleep, Chess Set. Oh yeah, I meant in terms of following. Obviously, they're not streaming right now. Well, I don't know. Johnny, if you're streaming right now, hello to your cast. I fully expect you to get your cast to donate to this cause as well. Oh wow, I like this about as much as I like Real Talk Radio. Pounding techno.
Anybody out there good for pickup?
Nope. When am I getting a nationally syndicated talk show? Funny thing, Joshy, man, I think if I say who it was, you might be able to trace who the person I'm about to talk about is. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know I don't always shy away from mentioning the names, but I don't want to be the person who's just constantly bitching about other casters. But somebody recommended me for a talk show, like a Twitch-related talk show, and like this is genuinely something I would like to do. You know, either be on a panel or do a do a kind of just do this kind of something where I get a chance to sort of talk, do the thing that I maybe do on cast, and just generally sort of like offer more than an opinion, like offer a thought, right? I think it's something I would do well as opposed to some other things that I do on cast. And I still remember the exact response, because the person who sent theirs shared it, was, I've not even heard of this person. And it's like, isn't the point of your talk show to bring on the most suitable guest? Like, if it's all just your friends, or if it's all someone who just like kisses the ring before they come on, like, what does this have to do with a good talk show? Is it just something so that you and your friends, or you can play Kingmaker or whatever, like, or is the idea that, my channel has viewers and those viewers feed into your own cast and that's how you sustain this thing? I was really annoyed by that response. Like, I have definitely heard from more than a few people we're not interested. So like Arma 3, when I was doing my war series, I emailed Bohemia Interactive. They said, not for us, thanks. Now, I was unhappy about it. I'm probably not going to do Arma 3 on cast because, I enjoy the game enough, but, I don't really owe them anything, right? But the thing I liked about it was they actually bothered to say, you know, we're not interested in this relationship. I think that's a perfectly sensible one. And then I've had, you know, multiple contacts with Square Enix. They emailed me at the, you know, to my recollection at least in terms of it. And I had been filling out forms for like months and not even getting like a reply. And then like some mobile title comes along and they're like, oh yeah, we think it'd be really good for your, you know, for your channel. And I'm like, why? Like what is it about my cast after clearly all of these hours of my cast that you've watched that makes you think that this mobile game is appropriate for it? So it's just one of these things. I don't actually mind hearing the no. The no is kind of an important, it's kind of an important one because it lets you plan. But I also tend to notice, especially in a lot of entertaining things. So like if it's, you know, if it's screenwriting, if it's directing or something like that, very few people actually want to give you a direct no because they're scared you might be the next big thing. And, you know, if you hold a grudge, and oh, you better believe that I hold grudges. Dynamite, thank you very much for that auto host. I was just talking about you. And Logan, how you doing, my friend? But yeah, the biggest one for me is that I think the no is important because one, it can give you feedback, especially if they say it's like, you know, you're just too small to be worth it. Like, you know what? Fair enough. You know, I would not dispute that. But to get this sort of strung along, like, you know, we're going to make you fill out like 10 different forms and, you know, maybe we'll consider you for Deus Ex or something like that, when I sort of explained exactly the take that I had and why I thought that would be a good fit. I've never had that problem, Joshy, man. Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like, you know, I am completely willing to, you know, as far as I'm concerned, whenever I reach out to a developer, you know, I try to be as professional as I can. Some of you who've been here for a while know that I would really enjoy ripping a strip off backseaters, and I don't do that nearly as much or at all now. One of the major reasons for that was I was starting to get more keys from developers, and on the chance that they want to use that for their own promotional purposes, you know, I immediately ruin that opportunity for them if I start screaming at some guy for, you know, for being a jackass in chat. So that's something that I sort of changed for. But with that in mind too, like usually when I email a developer, I let them, I mean, Jess has seen the promo letters that I've written because I've had to send a couple of them to her as a manager of influencers and content creators. Usually what actually, if you guys are interested, the way that I normally do it is I say, you know, here's who I am. This is what I normally stream. I explain why I think the game is a good fit and roughly what I sort of expect to commit as far as, you know, as far as time is concerned. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people have told me that that's overkill, so I try to keep it concise. But no, I just ban you right away. But yeah, just by and large, like I would much rather, you know, given the fact that I've taken the time, obviously if I'm cold calling someone, I'm not auto reply. But like to find out like when somebody who knows this person relatively well and it's like, oh, well, this person isn't big enough. It's like, okay, so basically what your talk show is getting other casters to sort of feed your viewer numbers so you can be the big man on campus. Like, you know, didn't feel so bad about not being interviewed anymore. But yeah, so far the opportunity hasn't come up. Not that I have a chip on my shoulder or anything.
Man. Tracy. Yo. Amanda! Amanda! You better not be! Not in my house.
Fuck you, Michael. Go away.
I'm paying that turd $150 an hour to fuck my wife in my own bed?
Michael, go away.
No, I'm sorry, bro. She said you had an arrangement.
You and I are gonna have an arrangement. I'm gonna arrange your fucking funeral.
I'm really sorry, bro. I'll comp the session. I promise.
You are dead, man. Fuck. Dead. Come here. Ah!
Hey, you! Stop it!
What's up, man?
Get out of my way.
Michael, calm down.
What the fuck is going on?
Nothing happened. It was a
She
misunderstanding.
fucked a prick in my bed.
You bullshitting.
It wasn't like that.
You in?
Fuck it, I'm in. Let's roll. Let's get this motherfucker.
Just don't kill him!
I actually really like this mission. Well, maybe less the mission and more the story.
Guy's
But
doing some work for me. He'll get it back. Might have a dead body to do it, but he'll get it back.
Oh, so we killing this dude?
He'll wish he was dead. Is that a problem?
Shit, dog shit shitting another dog's kennel.
Exactly. People been shitting in my kennel too long.
Now, look, man.
Why don't waste the space?
Sacre bleu!
Beaver butt fucking hit me cock!
Fuck, man, I think we lost his ass.
He lives somewhere up in the canyon. We'll find him.
So obviously that's deliberate, but the game. I'm kind of curious what it's like to design a mission like this, because obviously, like, there's no way of getting around that. But it feels really natural.
He in one of these fucking houses. Yeah, keep your eye out.
Like, I know you're supposed to lose him.
Right there. Little pricks up there. Look.
Oh, shit. Coach doing all right for himself.
Hey, asshole! You ran off before we could settle our debt. Michael, but you got the wrong idea, man. He's about to have a real clear idea where I'm coming from. There's a winch in the back of the truck. Tied a cable to one of those supports up there.
You finna pull his deck down?
Hey, that prick pulled my marriage down.
Man, you really gonna be this fucking dramatic?
Yeah, whatever.
I told you I'd comp the session, bud.
Well, there were a lot of freaking sessions, bud. I'm thinking you were working on more than just her backhand.
Mandy's backhand has come a long way, bro. But sometimes it's gotta get worse to get better.
Yeah, well, maybe I should come up there and practice my backhand. On your face!
Oh, bud, your negative energy is seriously bringing me down.
Oh, I hope it is, bud.
We hooked up, man.
You come into my house, take my money, and nail my wife? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna stick up my hand and say that was uncool, bud. My bad. Seriously.
How fucking magnanimous! May I please offer you my applause? You fucking motherfucker!
Dude!
And we'll see how you like it when someone fucks with your shit!
Well, hey, wait! You got the wrong idea, pal! Whoa! Fuck!
Here we go! Let's see what happens!
Dude, you are probably crazy. Oh, shit! You see this shit, dog? Do it, man. Fucking do it. Man, I think that shit's coming down, man. Yeah, he gonna feel this, dog. Oh, fuck!
Frames held pretty well through that.
Fucking A! Let's see how he liked that!
Whoa, man!
Fuck him! And fuck his deck!
Hey, homie, I think you put a little more than a deck down.
That's a foolish man who builds his house on sand, baby.
Hey, man, I don't think my boy Matthew was thinking truck when he wrote that shit.
Franklin knows the Bible, everyone.
Mr. DeSanta, what the hell? That's not my house!
Bullshit.
Oh, bro, I couldn't afford a place like that. I'm a tennis coach. I hit balls for a living. I was just hiding there.
You! Yes, that one! Green light! Green light! Martin Madrazo, give you green light!
Oh, I'm scared, lady. Just fucking terrified. Green light! Green light! Martin Madrazo! Fuck you!
Shit! We got some heavies on us, homie.
Why can't I pick my gun?
All right,
Oh, there we go.
help me deal with this.
I'll give it a go, man. Keep driving.
Where are we on this?
If these are Mark Madrazo's boys, man, it's a lot more where they came from.
How you doing, Frank?
Hey, fuck off! There you go. Be careful. It's a misunderstanding, motherfucker. Shit, man.
I am no good at this. Can I get my shotgun out? Nope.
Pedal, man. We gotta move.
How much distance we got between us?
We got a book, man. Go.
Can you see them? Are they still back there?
Fuck, man, these assholes are mean.
Ice that motherfucker!
Hey, let's go. Let's leave them behind.
This is one thing I could never even get over in. I mean, sometimes I can nail the. Sometimes I can nail the driver, and then sometimes I just flail wildly through the.
Good. I mean, your aim's all over the place, but you were a help.
Thanks. I guess.
Hey, don't get defensive. Go to a shooting range. Work on your aim. You'll do fine.
Oh, fuck, man. Shit, you good?
Fine as wine. Got a few knocks. You okay? I mean, you did good, kid.
Man, I'm cool, man. I mean, you. Mentally.
Mentally? Oh, man. I'm fucking excellent. My heart ain't pumped like that in years. Oh, yes.
Ain't you looking?
Fucking A, Bubba.
Man, you sound kind of manly. You just been greenlit by the Mexican underworld ambassador to Los Santos.
Trust me, we handled it. Whoever the fuck Martin Madrazo is, I've known worse.
We just handled a few low-ranking crimes.
Whew. Hey, thanks for the help out there today, kid. I had no idea it was gonna get that hot.
Shit, pulling houses off the hillside sure has a weird way of fucking with people.
Yeah, well, I thought I was through with all that shit. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh shit, I think we're about to find out.
You know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you?
No. Well, you? You?
I think so.
Good. I know who you are. I know where you live. Who are you?
I'm Franklin.
License. Now, Franklin, maybe help Mr. DeSanta here. Who am I?
I think Martin Madrazo.
Good boy. Now maybe give him a little of a background.
Man, Mr. Madrazo... Mr. Madrazo is a legitimate businessman who was wrongfully accused of running a Mexican-American gang and a narcotic ring, but the charges were dropped because of the witnesses came up missing.
Smart kid. Now, Michael, got a question for you. What did you pull an architecturally significant, modernist wonder home down the hillside in Vinewood Hills?
I thought the owner was banging my wife.
Well, that was a strange house for a tennis coach.
I wasn't thinking straight.
Clearly. Well, Natalia will need a hotel while you finance the rebuild, won't she?
Sure.
Good. And I'm guessing here that the rebuild will be somewhere in the 2.5 million range?
Of course.
Great.
That's nice.
Come on, man. Damn, you alright?
Never better.
So what now?
Looks like I'm gonna have to postpone my retirement. Fuck. Oh man, I'm mortgaged up to my eyeballs. Look, I only know one way to make money. I'm gonna have to give an old friend a call. Lester. I think he's in town somewhere. I'm gonna have to track him down. Just give me a little alone time, all right?
All right, dog.
Yeah, not so good at the not so good at the killing that time.
Is this still the number for Lester Crest?
Who's asking?
Who's asking? Who's asking?
You're awful cagey. Even for a dead man, Michael.
Ooh, you don't sound good, buddy.
Tactful and charming even in death. Hey, come see me, old friend. I'm living in Los Santos, just like you. Murrieta Heights.
Whoa, wait. Hey, how do you... Hello? You fucker.
Okay, guys. I think I am going to call that for tonight. How does anybody feel about returning to GTA 5 after the specials are done? Is that a good idea, or should I leave that for my maybe more my personal interests? I will take a quick minute, so I don't see exactly what the updates were. I know just beyond...
Doc, hey.
Michael, I'm looking through my appointment book, and I don't see your name.
Thank you,
Yeah,
yep.
well, I'm more of a walk-in guy, Doc. You know that.
Walk-ins are more expensive, but I'm always happy to accommodate.
Sure, you'll accommodate me as long as I got money in my pocket, right? Hey, I'm in a bad way, Doc. I might come by soon.
Okay. Yep, I just read your messages. I'll get you. Oh, too soon to bring up tennis? I assure you I'm not getting another coach. Assume I'm not getting a coach any other time soon, so I need someone to play with. Worried my grip is getting loose. Damn it, Amanda! You're okay coming back with GTA later, maybe GTA Online and kill Jess and multi... No. It would be Jess and Johnny, and we'd be playing cooperatively. So I'll take a quick second, guys. I don't see the final tally, but even before, we actually raised more on Amanda's channel tonight than we did yesterday. The total is a little bit lower, but I didn't have an expectation for the stream overall. You guys blew that away yesterday, and you guys came even stronger today. So that's one really gratifying thing. Again, my intention is to try and do the best that I can to entertain you for the next 2 weeks with some things that I don't think you'd normally expect from me. But no, just talking about the tally on your side of things. I think there's at least one more contribution that wasn't accounted in the screenshot. Yeah, I wanted to take a minute and say thank you very much, guys. I know I didn't get a chance to talk as much about the themes of Grand Theft Auto 5. I had a fun time playing it, but I don't necessarily know if I added as much value. I think, if memory serves, the next thing... Oh, in the text of the game, you were sleeping with the tennis coach, which just means that I need to start improving my backhand. But yeah, I did want to take a second, guy. Even though I felt a little bit off in terms of covering GTA 5, I had a lot of fun doing this for you, as always, and I really do appreciate the fact that you guys have been so generous. Again, like I said, I didn't... when I originally sort of set out to do this, there's always the chance that it turns out to be something, you know, that I misread what the... what the audience demand would be, or what the sort of what people's I don't know, expectations or what their response to that would be. You guys really went above and beyond with your generosity, so I really do appreciate that, and I do thank you for all of the contributions you've made. I will say, I mean, again, we're going to be continuing on. Basically, it's not the coming Friday, but the Friday following will be the last one in the special stream. So get the word out. I'm going to be doing a variety of games. I think there's 2 that I've cast before that I will be returning to. But I definitely know that they're ones that people... enjoyed quite a bit. So I'm definitely going to be doing my best for, for making sure that you guys have something to look at. But above all, you demand Democracy 3. You got democracy. The child molester wasn't elected. Yeah, guys, I really don't know what to say other than thank you very much. Sin is here. You can see how much she appreciates it, how much it meant to her. I know she's really eager to give away these thank you images. I will leave it to you guys to decide whether you take her up on that. I definitely did not want to get her a job as a result of this, but she does do commissions for channel emotes if you're looking for them. Again, I really do want to stress it. It is something that when I wrote it, it's one thing for me to write the words, but it does require people to actually come in and do the work. And I think you guys have really gone above and beyond anything that I could have expected. And it's only 2 days in, so it means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Let's just take a quick second here. I will see what's going on in the follows. Who have we got? Oh, you know what? Kaylee Cakes is doing Golf with Friends. I know I hosted her last time, but I really like watching her stuff. So I am going to do a raid. I'm going to do a raid over to her side because she's a really wonderful caster. And, oops, wrong one. Well, that's a Twitch raid, so I'll probably just hit the host button before too long. If you want to come along, definitely hit the... Oh, wow, 7 of you. So thanks so much, guys. It means a lot. Looks like it's her anniversary stream, and more importantly, I believe her boyfriend of 1 year. I think it's the 1 year anniversary that she's celebrating. I don't think it's the anniversary of the... I don't think it's the anniversary of her broadcast, but Golf with Friends is a fun game. Kaylee Cakes is a really sweet caster, and she was somebody who actually contributed, I think offered some clothes to Sin actually. So obviously I'd love it if you guys could come along and give some support to a broadcaster who's definitely a big friend to the casts. So as for me, I'll see you all tomorrow. Got something completely different planned for Wednesday. See you then.